Hello and welcome back to Behind the Bands, a show where we get a closer look at some of Joplin's local musicians and performers. I'm your host, Savvy Ray, and today we're going to get behind Keyven Dunn, a local solo musician from the Joplin area. Keyven is a multi-instrumentalist and singer-songwriter playing percussion, stringed instruments, and keyboard. We're going to start off tonight with one of his original songs, Song for Late Summer.
Speeding through the red lights, only one thing on my brain. Held tight by my seatbelt, hoping to break through these restraints. My fingers still trembling, my legs shaking and everything still. Thinking about you all the way home, I got some time to kill. And I never been too much for writing love songs. I like to sing sad ones best. Swallowed up by love, and I just forget the rest. I just forget the rest. Summertime so sweet, late nights turn to early days. Sitting in your driveway and dreaming of a night when we're not parting ways. Well, your smile was my lighthouse, it would bring me in from that treacherous sea. And the warmth of your love on my soul was everything to me. Never been too much for writing love songs. I like to sing the sad ones best. But I remember two kids swallowed up by love. I like to sing the sad ones best. But I remember two kids swallowed up by love. And I just forget the rest. Well, I just forget the rest.
We're here now in the studio of Keyven Dunn. Welcome to the show. Can you tell us more about your music and how you got started?
Thank you. I can do my best. I've just always, music has always just kind of been part of my life. From the time I was really little, I started playing drums when I was just a little guy. I remember seeing them in the youth room of the church I went to and just thinking that they looked so cool. And so that kind of started it. And then when I was about 10, in like the infinite wisdom of a 10-year-old, I got kind of bored with drums. But I was like, I don't want to quit playing music. So I learned bass, and then I had to learn piano to do percussion in school. And then between all of that, guitar kind of showed up. And then I've loved songs. And I started writing them, I think, when I was about 12 or 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just something that's always kind of been there. And then one day it occurred to me that I was just like, oh, I could do that to, maybe
Yeah.
make a living. I could try at least.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah.
Did you like teach yourself on all those or?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I had one lesson on drums when I was very first starting out, and then I just kind of, just listened to music and took the ball and ran with it. And the same with bass. I thought I didn't know, I had no idea how to play it. My parents borrowed one so that I could try to learn. And yeah, I kind of figured it out. I had family members that would maybe buy me little books, method books or something
Yeah.
like that. I took piano lessons, but everything else, yeah, I
Self-taught?
yeah, learned it myself.
That's impressive.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it can be a fun way to connect with the instrument, and when you're a kid, I think it's easy because you just have fun doing it. I'd probably be a lot better now if I had somebody that was kind of shepherding me along that path. But I mean, yeah, I always enjoyed learning new things, and there's always more to learn with it too.
You're a songwriter, so what's your songwriting process like?
I want to give a quick plug to a book called How to Write One Song by Jeff Tweedy. He's the lead singer of Wilco and a bunch of other bands. I love that group. And a buddy of mine gave me that book for Christmas a few years ago, and it completely changed the way that I approach songwriting. When I was younger, I used to feel like I needed to wait around for like my muse or some really big emotion to hit me and write about that. And in this book, he basically just talks about getting in there and doing the work and just writing songs and really giving yourself permission to be creative. And so that's kind of the space that I try to put myself into. Is again. Just trying to make sure that when I'm writing, I'm not trying to edit things, because I just feel like when you get into that, you feel like every idea is stupid and terrible and everything is awful. So typically I'll try to maybe come up with music, just see what happens, and then try to find lyrics that fit with that. Sometimes I get an idea for something musical that I'll keep around, I mean, the voice memo app on the iPhone is like the handiest thing in the world, because I can just kind of turn it on and record whatever's into that, and then every now and then I'll just kind of go through my voice memos and be like, oh my gosh, I forgot this thing is in here. And then I have a home studio as well, so it's really easy to go from kind of getting these ideas recorded like that, writing them, and then being able to kind of go and immediately start recording them, which is something I like too, because then I feel like it doesn't give me as much time to sit around with a song and kind of judge it or
and critique
second
it
guess
and
myself.
just hate
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah.
The next song we're listening to is Hate to See You Go. Can you give us some more background about that?
Yeah, so I think actually that ties in kind of well to, I guess, the songwriting process I'm talking about is I got a new guitar pedal one day and was just kind of testing it out, and I started playing something that I thought was kind of cool, and just kind of came up with a chord progression and some music for it, and then I couldn't really figure out what to do with it. I just kind of had this one thing that I liked, and then one night I was just kind of revisiting that song. I changed it up a little bit and found kind of this bridge section, and it was just really, it kind of came together in a neat way. And the lyrics about that were just kind of, I was going through a pretty rough breakup for me at the time, and it's just kind of about being in that place where you're just sort of, and it was during the pandemic too, so like nothing was happening, and I was just like, sleeping all day, and it just really like kind of letting myself go, just, trying to distract yourself from dealing with whatever uncomfortable and bad feelings you're having. But yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be a good song. So like,
yeah.
we'll be right back with Keyven in a moment. Let's take a listen to "Hate to See You Go."
Drinking old cold coffee in the afternoon. Cigarettes have never gone down quite so smooth. TV keeps playing, but I don't care what song. Guess I'll keep watching if I don't have to move on. Oh no, I hate to see you go. It's fine, I'll leave those good times rolling through my mind. I try to hold on tight while things unwind. I know it should have ended long ago. I'm sorry, I just hate to see you go. Living, I sleep until the afternoon. Deleting all the pictures is something I can't do. Pick you out my favorites, I put you right back in. And now I keep staring at my phone until you light me up again. But my phone stays cold, and I just hate to see you go. It's fine, I leave those good times rolling through my mind. I try to hold on tight while things unwind. I know it should have ended long ago. I'm sorry, I just hate to see you go. And for so long, I wished you would come back. I tried to tell myself you were the best I'd ever had. It's been a while, but now I see that you're never coming back for me. And that's just how it goes. I still hate to see you go. It's fine, I'll leave those good times rolling through my mind. I try to hold on tight while things unwind. I know it should have ended long ago. And I'm sorry, I just hate to see you go.
We're back with Keyven Dunn. Do you play music full time, or is it like a part-time gig, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's I could be doing more. I feel like I always see people that I feel like are doing more, and I think that's just a tough thing to deal with in today's day and age. With social media and all that stuff, because I always feel inadequate. But yeah, I tend to stay pretty busy. The joke I always make to people is like I try to stay employable and whatever, and I recently I've tried to kind of come to a bit of a different balance in my life. I've been doing this for a long time, and you're gone a lot of weekends, you miss a lot of friends and a lot of birthdays and just a lot of life kind of, you miss out on. And, I'm just trying to readjust that so it's a little bit healthier and not trying to hold myself to a standard where I feel like I just constantly have to be doing stuff. But yeah, that's how I support myself, for the most part. Yeah, that was always my goal when I was a kid, is just whatever I had to do, whether it was, teaching lessons or just, I remember one of my favorite drummers when I was younger, his first gig was like playing drums in a hot dog costume to help sell hot dogs. And I was like, man, if I have to do that, like I'm still getting to play music.
Yeah.
And it can be hard, but there are just things about that make it so worth it, I think, for me anyway.
So you play covers and also write your own music. How do you gauge what the audience prefers, or how do you feel whenever you perform?
It depends. First of all, it depends on sort of the set length. A lot of the gigs I do end up being gigs where I'll go in and play for a few hours, and that can be a really intense experience to listen to a lot of original music that you're not familiar with.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really depends. There's a thing where if I'm playing covers that I don't love and enjoy, there's part of me that feels like I'm kind of selling out a little bit, because at the end of the day, and there have been times where I've felt like, hey, this audience doesn't seem to be connecting with anything that I'm doing. And that's just the way it goes sometimes, I think. And in those situations, I've been like, you know what, whatever, I'm just going to play the stuff that I want to play. And I've done that before, and a lot of the time it ends up being great, and so I end up thinking like, well, man, maybe, I think a lot of it has to do more with the stuff that you're into, and I don't know. If I'm seeing someone play music, I really want to see them doing the stuff that they love to do. And I think that we've all been in bars or restaurants or wherever where we're all kind of hearing, Take It Easy by the Eagles or something played by a bar band for the 100th time.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's great. But it's just, I just kind of want to do something a little bit different. And I will play Take It Easy. I have a lot of times. But every time I do, I just am kind of like, okay, now I want to do, maybe
Freebird now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
So you mostly play live. Do you have plans for studio recordings and
Yeah,
stuff?
I'm working on an album right now, and I have a few of the songs that are recorded. I'm still working on mixing and mastering everything. And I just moved, so everything is kind of in disarray right now. But yeah, I'm really fortunate to have recording equipment at my house, and I like being able to do that stuff on my own, kind of being able to see that process through every step of the way. I don't know. On the one hand, it's nice to not have anybody tell you no. You get to do kind of whatever you want, and then, I like that. Again, making what I feel like is something true to me as an artist. I think all of that is important, and it's nice to be able to sit there and have the time to do that. I feel really fortunate. And then I'm really blessed to have a lot of friends that have helped me out with that stuff too, and given me a lot of good guidance along the way. And I've just spent a lot of time with other people recording music for them in studios and whatever, and have just seen a lot of different things. So it's nice to kind of have the safety and the privacy and the space and time to do things on my own. Yeah, so I'm working on that stuff now.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Well, we're going to take a break to listen to another one of your songs. This is Making Up.
I'm sitting on my hands, baby, waiting on your words so I can move. I shiver at your touch lately. I'm choking in your bed daily with nothing left to prove. And I don't know why I tried so hard, but I'm feeling like another, a brand new start. And I can see us breaking down, but I can't see a way out. And I know I should just move on, but I can't find my feet now. I'm stuck. I guess it's what I get for making up. My head is feeling full, baby, but my body and my soul are feeling drained. Should I slip out of the door quiet, or stay here by your side silent? It's your choice either way. I hope you understand I'm not confused. Well, I know you're only keeping me to use. And I can see us breaking down, but I can't see a way out. And I know I should just speak up, but I can't find my voice now. I'm stuck. I guess that's what I get for making up. And I can see us breaking down, but I can't see a way out. I know I should just speak up, but I can't find my voice now. And I can see us breaking down, but I can't see a way out. And I know I should just move on, but I can't find my feet now. I'm stuck. I guess it's what I get for making up. For making up. I guess it's what I get for making up. Guess it's what I get for making up.
We're back now with Keyven. The song we just heard was Making Up. Is there any special meaning behind that song?
I don't know if it's that special. I mean, it's just another kind of another heartbreak song, you know, about trying to make things work with somebody that you really shouldn't probably be trying to make things work with, and you know, for one reason or another. And I think most of us have probably been there, and that's a tough lesson to learn. But yeah, so nothing that's too like special or coded or whatever, but it's just, you know, one of those songs about things not working out and trying your best to make them work, you know.
What are some of your favorite venues in like the Joplin area that you enjoy playing at?
I really love Blackthorn. That place is great. And I love what they offer the community. I used to do like the open mic stand-up stuff there a lot, and I played a lot of shows there, and the staff and everybody there is great, you know. To me, Blackthorn is like, it reminds me of Cheers a little bit, because I just feel like every time you go in there, there's people that you know, and you can, you know, I love that spot. Chaos is cool. I like Chaos a lot. I mean, I just love, you know, I moved to Joplin like 3 years ago, and I'd lived here a little bit before and have had family here my whole life. But it's just, you know, it's more supportive, I think, of the arts and of artistic people, and I love that, you know. There are people that you can go and play a show to that want to hear your original music and want to come up to you afterward and talk to you about that, and they got something out of it. And to me, that's the most beautiful thing about being able to play music and connect with people, you know. And it's not, I mean, I feel like most of the songs I write are sad, so it's nice to be able to talk with people after they hear them, that you know, you can kind of share that experience of like, man, I've felt that too, you know. So yeah, I love it. I mean, yeah, there are great places around here to play, and I'm thankful for every one of them that I get to go to.
Yeah, no, I go to Blackthorn a lot.
Yeah, it's the best.
It's great. What direction do you see yourself like going with your music in the future?
Probably just fading into obscurity.
So what we all hope to do.
Exactly. I don't know. I think anybody that gets into it, you know, it would be amazing if the phone rang after I left here and somebody was like, hey, there's a huge tour and whatever, and you can go re-record your album in some huge studio or whatever. That would be awesome, you know. It would be amazing to make a lot of money, and all that comes along with that, I guess. But really, the truth is that I want to make the music that I want to make, and I want to play with the people I want to play with, and I just want to create things. You know, to me, that's the call, is to just create. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think regardless of what you're playing, or if you are a painter or in any medium, I think that being creative is just one of the best things that you can do. And if you're doing it with your heart and you're honest about it, I think that's, regardless of what you're doing, that's a beautiful thing. And again, you know, it's like, if nobody wanted to listen to the music I was making, I would still want to write it, and I would still want to record it. And you know, regardless of what else happens in my life, I just think that music is always going to be there. I just don't see how it couldn't be. You know, it's just such a big part of who I am, because it's my outlet for making things. And yeah, I'm always going to do it, no matter what. Even if I do fade into total obscurity, it would still be something I'm doing. So, yeah.
Oh, well, I love that. That's a great answer. How can people get in touch with you for gigs and performances and stuff like that, like social media?
Can I give my phone number right to the camera? Can I look in the home address? I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm so sorry. No, all my socials are really easy to find. So nervous. Yeah, just contact me directly for bookings. No, you can message me on anything. It's just Keyven Dunn. It's, you know, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, which I'm not on a lot. YouTube. I think that's it. Just all of them, you know. SoundCloud. I think I have a song on SoundCloud somewhere. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's just Keyven Dunn, and yeah, absolutely, you can find me there and say hi.
Awesome.
And I think my phone number is on some of them too. So
Okay, we can get it that
There
way.
we go, exactly,
We can get
yeah.
it that way. Okay, thank you so much for being on the show. It's been great having you. This has been a look behind Keyven Dunn on Behind the Bands. Join us again next time as we talk to another local band and get a taste of their music. Again, I'm your host, Savvy Ray. Thanks for watching Behind the Bands.
Standing in a house that's not mine anymore. Memories I made softly floating out the door. Well, I know there's a time for tears and hurting quietly. I just never thought my old bed in my room is where I'd see my father getting on a plane, and my mother trying to hide her pain, and my sister's living out her life. She moved out long ago, and although I got my own place now, I still feel far from home. The for sale sign in the front yard is hard to see. The walls and floor look different now, but that don't matter much to me. No, it don't. Sorry for the banged up door, you got it fixed, I see. I'll just leave my keys on the kitchen aisle and walk out while I think of my dad living clear across the world, and both my parents finding someone new to hold, and my grandpa's fading quietly of a family disease. And although I got my own place now, home still feels far from me. When my world shakes, who do I run to? And if I need a hand to guide me, can you reach me from your new room? I'll miss the times that we all shared, they made me who I am. And I know you all moved on now, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can, 'cause I just wanna sit with you again. Even if some fences we can't mend, watch one last movie with no end, enjoy the company of my closest friends.